Beauty of golden composite heads. What you see, this is not one flower, rather this is inflorescence, aggregation of ray florets which are at the periphery, and center is full of disc florets. So this is a capitulum inflorescence, and these flowers have basic fundamental architecture like sunflower. So this flower, though looking like sunflower, is not sunflower, because in true sunflower you have single large flower which may be 15, 20 or even 30 centimeter across, whereas in this case you see multiple composite heads, and this is false sunflower, and this is called as Heliopsis. Even genus is different. True sunflower is classified under genus Helianthus. Helios means sun, because the true sunflower has rotation or curvature of the flowering peduncle as per the movement of the sun, whereas in this case they have a fundamental architecture, but they are classified in Heliopsis. So this particular herb, which is very tall and have multiple composite heads, is Heliopsis. Helianquidis means Helianthus like. So this is growing in Lincoln Park Zoo, where there is a pond and also the shrubbery. This is another similar looking plant, often confused with Heliopsis, but this is not Heliopsis. Its center disc florets is a cone-like structure, and its color is brownish, and even leaves are not opposite, they are alternate, and they are lobed, rather trilobed. Stem is hairy, silver hairy, and multiple composite flower heads. They are swaying in the cool breeze of Lake Michigan. And this particular flower is neither Helianthus nor Heliopsis, rather this is coneflower, which is classified under genus Rudbeckia. And this Rudbeckia is identified as Rudbeckia subtomentosa. 1 meter tall herb, alternate leaves, and brown centered cone-like portion, and this is sweet, honey sweet coneflower, Rudbeckia subtomentosa, which grows in the wild in the prairie lands. Third flower, which is also looking very similar to sunflower, it has a yellowish central aggregation of disc florets, but this is not exactly cone like, rather central area is disc like. flattened, not typically cone-like as we find in cone flower, and even color is yellowish green. And number of ray florets is also more than 25. So you can count the number of ray florets nearing 30. Whereas in case of Rudbeckia, which I just mentioned, it has not more than 18 ray florets. So Rudbeckia subtomentosa has 15 to 18 ray florets number, whereas in this we find more than 25 ray florets. And this is basically classified under two Helianthus, but species is Mollis, and Mollis comes from this hairy nature. It is a downy sunflower or a hairy sunflower. You see the stem, it has silvery haired stem, and leaves, upper leaves are alternate, but there are few leaves which are in the middle of the stem, which are showing opposite decussate kind of phyllotaxy. So this Helianthus mollis, downy sunflower, is unique, having the opposite leaf arrangement, but alternate at the top. And there are capitula heads, inflorescence. This is not single flower, as I told you earlier. This is rather inflorescence, aggregation of ray florets along the periphery and disc florets in the center. So this is Helianthus mollis. Even bumblebee you can see pollinating. So all these sunflowers or wild sunflowers or sunflower like flowers or cone flowers, they attract various pollinators. So this shrubbery, which is dominated by the golden colored flowers in the month of August, has this Heliopsis, Helianthoides. Then you can appreciate the Rudbeckia subtomentosa, and third flower you can see the Helianthus mollis. This is the season of golden blossoms, and when you further explore the wilderness in the prairie vegetation, you also find another cone flower which is neither Helianthus nor Heliopsis nor Rudbeckia, although it has golden color, and it is also having a central spherical aggregation of disc florets surrounded by not more than 8-10 ray florets. And this particular composite has the pinnate kind of leaves. If you look at the leaves, they are pinnately lobed, and ray florets are bent backwards. So this particular composite is identified in botany as Ratibida, and because of the pinnate kind of leaves, it is called as species pinnata. So Rudbeckia pinnata with a greenish cone and less number of ray florets. This is also a distant alley of sunflowers, but not a sunflower, and it is named as Ratibida pinnata, whereas this is Heliopsis Helianthoides. In the same family, although it doesn't have the golden color, but this also classified under Asteraceae family, sunflower family. The leaves are broad ovate, they are toothed, stem is hairy, and flowers are white. This is called late bone set or thorough bird, even fever bird, because some of the species of this particular genus to which this particular wild shrub belongs, that is was traditionally used for the treatment of dengue fever, which is also called as the brick-bone fever. So this particular herb, Eupatorium, this particular species is Serotinum, Eupatorium serotinum, and there are many other species of Eupatorium which traditionally have found that use for treatment of fevers. So it is also called as fever bird or bone set. Bone set means the healer of bones. So that way this particular plant got its name. So this is late bone set, a thorough bird, and this botanically this is called as Eupatorium. More composites one can see, and here you see the elegant blossoming of Rudbeckia. But this Rudbeckia is different, which is grown as garden ornamental, and beauty is appreciated by bees, bumblebees and butterflies. And this is a dark colored black-eyed Susan. Popular name is black-eyed Susan. Botanically this is identified as Rudbeckia fulgida. So this Rudbeckia is adding color and charm and attracting pollinators in the month of August. So this is a late summer blooming perennial from the sunflower family. Here you have the number of ray florets, less than 16 or sometime maybe 16 to 18, but in either case not more than 20, less than 20, and central disc is blackish in color. So it's also called a black-eyed Susan or Rudbeckia fulgida. There is another interesting composite from the sunflower family where the leaves are borne in whorls. From one location, one node, you see there are 4 leaves emerging, and stem is spotted. If you see, you will find there are some spots. So this particular plant is popularly named as Joe Pye wheat, after some physician of the same name, Joe Pye, who used to have its medical use for the treatment of ailments. So this particular plant got associated with that gentleman and is popularly named Joe Pye weed. It is not a weed basically, it is very, very important medicinal plant, as well as it is attracting pollinators, especially the butterflies. And its distinguishing feature is leaves rise in whorls, not single but multiple of 4, and stems are typically purple spotted. So this particular composite from sunflower family is identified as Eutrochium maculatum. There are many other species, Eutrochium dubium, Eutrochium purpureum, and these achein-like seeds are eaten by many birds, finches, and butterflies are attracted towards the blossoms, which provide pollen as well as some nectar. So this particular plant is also included in the shrubbery. Another fascinating flower which I am able to show you here in Lincoln Park pond area. This is basically managed by the Lincoln Park Zoo management. So zoo is not only known for different captive birds, animals, mammals, but also for the wild flora and fauna. And this particular plant, which is very fascinating, have the purplish mauve blossoms in the month of August, as well as it has some white flowering architecture also. Leaves are growing opposite fashion, and they are quite smooth and saw-toothed, and if you don't look towards flowers and just look at leaves, then you get some idea it may be Gentianaceae member, but this is obedient plant. Popular name is obedient plant. You see the beauty, why it is called as obedient plant? Because the flowers, if the position is changed, the leaf flower position remains the same even afterwards. So its floral orientation is fixed even after it change. So it has got its name as obedient plant. But botanically this plant is not in the sunflower family, and this is identified as Physostegia, and species name is after Virginia, is Virginiana. And you see even bumblebee here exploring the edible pollen, and in the process affecting the pollination. The beauty of this flower is you see the mature flowering portion is in the middle. Upper portion is yet to bloom and lower portion has already bloomed. So the flowers you will see in the middle portion. It's a kind of spike, the densely flowered spike, but the flowers are aggregated in the center. And this Physostegia virginiana is also growing beside the Lincoln Park Zoo pond, along with the Eutrochium maculatum and another milkweed which attracts the monarch butterfly. And this is from Apocynaceae, and you see now it is in fruiting condition, and this is Asclepias syriaca. Asclepias syriaca. The blooms grow in umbels. Some blooms are still seen, but other follicles have matured. And this is a larval host plant for monarch butterfly, which is called as Danais plaxippus. So you now see another beautiful golden colored sunflower family, very tall herb, which has multiple composite heads at the top, and stem is quite squarish. It's a four-angled, and its leaves are quite scabrous, rough to touch, and two leaves are united at the base. This is a unique thing, and they form a cup-like structure at the center, or the base of these two leaves. So each leaf pair is united. So it has earned the name as cup plant because of its cupular nature of two leaves which unite at the base. near the stem, and stem is squarish, and leaves are quite large. They approach more than 25 centimeters long, and leaf appear is obviously more than 40-50 centimeters, and multiple stems, they bear these sunflower like blossoms, but this is not sunflower, and this is the genus Silphium, to which the Composite plant belongs. And even this particular plant is a copper plant or Composite plant, and species is because of this cupular structure, perfoliate nature of leaf arrangement, so it has got its species name is perfoliatum. So this is Silphium perfoliatum, copper plant, which is native to Central Eastern North America, and tree like look, although this is a herb, but this is more than 2 meters high, shrubby herbaceous plant which attracts butterflies. Another beautiful shrub which is about to bloom in the month of August is goldenrod, and this goldenrod is Solidago canadensis. And why goldenrod? Because it has golden blooms, and they are densely flowering, and they look like rods. So it has got its popular name as goldenrod, Soon Dundee. There is another plant which is also golden, but this is evening primrose, Oinothera. Perhaps this species may be Oinothera missourica or other species. But this is from Unageraceae, petal number is 4, and epigynous kind of flower. This all golden beauty beside the Lincoln Park Zoo pond, and in this shrubbery which is heaven for the pollinators, bees, bumblebees and butterflies. This is copper plant or Silphium perfoliatum, and you see many different kinds of insects, bees, bumblebees, they are enjoying the forage and pollen. And even I spotted one purple spot, this red spotted purple butterfly. Here you find very interesting grass. One thing which I found, that everywhere in Chicago they have lot of regards and respect and decoration of grasses. So this beautiful zebra crossing like leaves, providing a zebra like look, is basically a miscanthus, species sinensis, variety are zebrina, zebra grass, but the genus is miscanthus, miscanthus sinensis zebrinus. Here this goldenrod is blooming, about to bloom, as it has got its golden beauty now. And here again I have come across the Physostegia virginiana, obedient plant, and here it is copper plant, that is Silphium perfoliatum. And butterflies are also visiting these blossoms in the month of August. They started blooming in mid-July, and now they will continue their flowering till mid-September. So at least 2 month long bloom of these Silphium plants is very useful in ecology for attracting pollinators and sustaining the biodiversity. as you see here. Elegance, beauty, decoration is one thing, but you see it is also the ecologically very important plant. And you see the honeybee on these blossoms. This honeybee, this is a honeybee basically. This is bumblebee. So on the same plant you will find bumblebees as well as honeybees. This is a buckeye. I could have a glimpse of buckeye. This is buckeye butterfly, Junonia conia, on the copper plant. Copper plant means Silphium perfoliatum, and this is the beauty of this Silphium. It attracts butterflies. So buckeye butterfly you are able to see and appreciate in this tree top. This is bumblebee, but that is buckeye butterfly, named after buckeye trees. Buckeye trees are basically Aesculus. It has eye-like structure on the wings. All this shrubbery is dominated by buckeyes, and I could show you the buckeye butterfly. Even monarch butterfly I spotted, but I could not capture in the video. Maybe another time.
Literally, it's funny. My sister and I just talked the whole time. I talked.
And you have plenty of this Rudbeckia subtomentosa and Silphium plants here. And this is, though looking like goldenrod, solidago, but this is Euthymia, perhaps Scabrida or rugosa, Euthymia. And on this you see particular wasp also, particular hymenopteran insect is also affecting pollination. So these are also from the sunflower family plants. They are decorative, but they grow in wild also. This is black kind of a beetle, like a hymenopteran insect with purplish blackish wings and chocolate red abdomen. This is also pollinating agent for this particular plant, which is identified as Euthymia. There is a Euthymia graminifolia, but in graminifolia the leaves are, I think, much narrower, and this should be Euthymia rugosa. Here I will show you another interesting Silphium. This is not Silphium perfoliatum, where the leaves were opposite and they formed a cup-like structure. But here you see the naked peduncle, naked stem, no leaves on the stem. Leaves are only at the base, and orientation of leaves is also vertical, upwards. As the main stem is naked, and there are branched stems, and on the branched stem you have the sunflower-like composite heads flowers. This is also Silphium, but this is Silphium terebinthiniacum. Terebinthiniacum or terebinthinaceum. That is very long species name. So this is unique, where the leaves are basal and the orientation is upwards toward the sky, and this is popularly named as compass plant because of the orientation of leaves in the north-south direction. But it may be true or it may be a misnomer, but somehow it has earned the name as compass plant. So this is another Silphium. which is growing in this shrubbery beside the Lincoln Park Zoo. And here I will show you the another golden flowers, but this is basically Senna, which is looking like Senna mimosoides, but as this is America, so it may be something different. I have to check up its true identity, which is showing the mimosa like pinnate leaves and golden yellow blossoms. This is presently in Fabaceae, and this is also growing in this marshy area. And you see the purple colored, that is Lythrum salicaria. That is also marsh plant. So it is also adding its beauty to the pond shrubbery. And there you see the hibiscus, hardy hibiscus, which is also growing in this marshy area, which is Hibiscus mosquitas. What other flowers one can see here? This is another plant which is also unique, but leaves are opposite and flowers are aggregated at the nodes. Maybe it looks like Disoxylum, but I am not sure. And behind you have water plantain flower. And there is a hibiscus. This whole shrubbery is dominated by Silphium perfoliatum, and that side also, but also Eutrochium maculatum. There are in the water, you have the water lilies, Nymphaea, and this is a pond where there is a fish, turtles, dragonflies, damselflies, butter plants, and this shrubbery dominated by Silphium, and this particular plant is Hibiscus mosquitas from the windy family. This also loves the marshy habitat. They are growing in this marshy land. Well managed. There is another hibiscus on other side. That is also hardy hibiscus. Physostygia. You also see rattlesnake master, umbellifer. This one, which is Eryngium eucifolium, as it has yucca-like leaves. And why rattlesnake master? Because traditionally the original Americans used to treat the snake bite, especially a rattlesnake bite. So for that traditional input, it has been named as rattlesnake master. And behind you see the Physostygia virginiana. Many beautiful golden flowers in the month of August. Though spring is over, but still this beauty of blossoms is attracting.
Yeah, it was like.
There are many other flowers. What? Rudbeckia, Ratibeda, Silphium, Eutrachium, Jupitorium. This is Jupitorium, Sarotinum, Jupitorium suratinum, and this is Heliopsis, it's fall sunflower.